Crazy at this thing of love, just what I've been dreaming of. And I can never figure out, oh, how you do the things you do. Is why I'm so in love with you. I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Pa-pa-pa-da-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa-da-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa-da, pa-pa-pa-da-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa-da-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa-da-pa-pa.
We got something.
Good morning and welcome to the Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson Talk Show on this beautiful Tuesday, June the 20th, 2023. Can you imagine? It's the 20th already. And this month will soon be gone. So for us in Liberia, election is just around the corner. Will we have peace and stability? Will we make it to the milestone and get over it with peace and stability in our nation? Will all the calamity that we're facing now be brought to an end and a new sense of governance and leadership be brought to our country? These are the many questions we have to deal with. These are the many questions. Because we woke up this morning again, our finance minister, Mr. Samuel Toy, was on the news yesterday. And we want to know what's happening with our economy. What happened when there was situation in our country? What's happening with our money? We want to know all these things. Because for too long, man, we've been left in the cold. For too long, we have been lied to and misled and betrayed and run amok by our own leaders. The people we elect or select to lead us. These are the very people that stab us in the back time and time again. So, the Minister of Finance and the Maritime Bureau Chief, two of George Weah's staunch supporters and leaders, were on the news yesterday. Let me bring Mr. Samuel Wicker on.
I saw him on Facebook.
What happened?
Yeah, congratulations. Thank you there.
No, I'm in the midst of people. The place is so dark now. Good morning.
Yeah, what's up?
The weekend, I want to at least I will have $20 for you.
Yeah, where I am, there's a little noise. So, can I come back in like a minute or so?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, we'll come back now.
Jump start.
Okay, so while we wait for Samuel Wicker to come back, I am not an economist, but when I see the situation in my country, I am observant. I'm educated. I look at the situation in my country time and time again. Then the finance minister comes on and give us his version that is totally unrealistic to what we are looking at. He tells us about the grave improvement and development the country is making. How our economy is growing. Then we look at the reality of the situation. We see that it's not as he said it is. It's not as this man is telling us it is. It can be. Because here we are facing the reality of a serious economic backlash. I mean, a serious economic backlash, as we have never seen before. The poverty rate has increased so badly, so gravely, from the time they took over to today. All the causes he blamed for the failures of, let me bring Mr. Wicker. I didn't hear you come on, Sam. How are you, Sam? Sam?
Yeah, I've seen more than a minute now. So, it's cool. Yeah, the weather so bad in Liberia this morning.
Yeah, again?
The weather is so bad this morning in Liberia, in Monrovia.
Was that rain?
To be specific.
Was that rain?
Yeah, it rained. The clouds so yeah, rain. You can see out there dark, very dark.
So what's the news on
But thank
Liberia?
God the network has not dropped for us. But Liberia is on the alert. Is Liberia has gone wild this morning with the news. Yesterday, interview with the Minister of Finance, Minister Tour, Samuel D. Tour. They call him D. Tour. Yeah, with his interview referencing the World Bank when it comes to Liberia's economy. So it's a backlash on him, when it comes to the reality, it was just opposite from what he was saying. So a lot of quarters, I raised a dissatisfaction on how he presented Liberia case to the world.
Give us some examples.
When he said you have since this government in the power, they put food on 27 billion people's table. They have taken them from poverty.
But that was a
27 billion
mistake.
people.
He corrected it, right?
Whether even with a mistake, he corrected it. But he said, okay, let's say if you say even 27,000 persons, and, you know, Esther going to tell me, say, those who maybe he got a job right after his election or so, but he continue to reference World Bank. And they chart, if you look at I'm not an economist, but look at the chart, how Liberia economies improve and stuff like that. And, you know, they were discussing, you know, when they come to your resources and the companies that are operating in your country, the taxes you receive. For the past years, you say you had a surplus budget and people are not taking pay. People protest. If I have surplus budget in my home, could my children come go hungry? So
If
yesterday's interview was, you know, it didn't go down well with Lao Liberians. Even the Speaker of the House, who is a member of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Baba Chimas, he blasted. He said, in fact, you are campaigning against us. That's what he told the finance minister, Baba Chimas. You know, he got so furious. He was so angry yesterday. You know, and called a press conference. He blasted.
But Sam, even the reason the guy gave for the shortfall of the pro-poor agenda, you look at the Russia, the Ukraine war, COVID-19, and all these kind of things. These are things that came lately. Many of these things, yes, we suffer from COVID-19, but these did not stop progress of Liberia. It didn't stop money from coming in. It didn't stop all the programs that
It's true. Money still coming. Country still helping the country.
But look at the map of plan. Look at the map of thing he did. It didn't stop it. He took $25 million of our money and can't account for it. So what happened to the $25 million? What the Ukraine war got to do with $25 million getting missing?
It happened a long time before the Ukraine war.
COVID-19 got to do with $1 million can't be accounted for. What happened to the $16 billion? What happened to all the millions that been getting missing and stolen? What, that the COVID-19 took it? That the Korean War took it? What, we sent it to Korea to help to fight the war? What happened to the $11 million for the rice? The subsidy for the rice? Have they accounted for that?
You know, Aurora, to cut you to the point, I read about the pro-poor concept. This pro-poor concept is meant to lift you out of poverty, to improve your livelihood, to improve your system of governance.
Yes.
Pro-poor concept. So if you try to misconstrue the concept, then it becomes problem. I listened to one American analyst was saying that they didn't just say, yeah, we say the government misconstrue the pro-poor concept. We cannot import or we cannot export food, rice, our staple food. But that pro-poor concept, that's the beginning of the building that you know, that confidence that indeed you can feed yourself. The mistake Ellie made with the $30 million rice farm in Lufa County, if only this government has capitalized on that, yes, the beginning of the pro concept, the for development, for productivity and development. Because in fact, what I learned was that they had 3,000 persons employed there, hired there. So just one farm, 3,000. And McIntosh and who Boaka or whoever mismarried, what happened, or maybe he killed Gaddafi, and so nobody could give an account. Or what happened with $30 million?
They stole the money for that project too.
So if I do not hit we as a person, But most of the guys who are well schooled, who are presumably well schooled, they try to mislead this guy. He will listen to Twitter. He will listen to, because Coach is a little boy. He will listen to or one or two key guys in his government, any technicians. But apparently they are not telling the truth. What Twitter was saying yesterday, you lie on World Bank. So you need preaching theory. You need preaching theory. And the World Bank, because yes, the World Bank, I come on, please. World Bank took that because of the money that come in, the investors that are coming, the government, friendly government pumping money. So they expect that when the money comes, it will have a positive impact on the common people. So that from where now they drew the conclusion, but it doesn't mean that that's reality.
But I mean, all of you are talking these things like they're just happening in our country. All these debates they are talking, we've been talking forever. We've been talking on the Ellie, on the Torba, on the Totma. What if the corruption ever stopped? It hasn't stopped. That's why I don't get into these debates, because we've been talking a lot like people just like to engage in debates, but in the end, we end up to the same place. We got rogues in our country stealing our resources, and the mass of the Liberian people accepting it, waiting for their time to steal too. So how can our country grow? The stealing just didn't start overnight. It didn't start yesterday. It didn't start last night. We had the stealing with us forever. But when we take no excessive effort to stop the stealing, when we ourselves are imbued with corruption, that when government come in and try to stop the corruption, we get mad at government. Then we won't cry. You can't have your cake and eat it too, man. You ever heard that saying? You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't cry. The corruption. Good leadership come. You cry against the good leadership, the mean, the selfish, the mean. Where you think development comes from? You think development means just opening the door to say, go take our resources? Everybody go steal something? That development? That's not development. But we can't want development. When people come to bring development, they will go against the same people and say they're selfish, they're mean, they're sabu, and all that. And then they say against Toba.
You see me laugh, you see me smiling. I heard that. You know who said that?
Yeah.
You know me that statement? I remember I was much smarter. I remember Dr. Tyre. He's a man guy from Nimba. I was in Banga when he wanted to address the students, buffet students. Taking money, putting in your pocket, is that development? No, that's not development. That's what? That's ashray. I heard that. Oh, I laughed. I was small, but I heard all these things.
Yeah.
Doing this and in the name of development, that development, no, that's not development. That's what? That's ashray. And they kept, repeating this thing, And our big brother, you were not in Baga those days. At the time, I was much smaller. Yeah, I heard that. So when you touch on that, it was to laugh.
Because that is something that
so development.
We sit and talk.
Yes.
And the people go there and do the same thing. They see people that are being talking, oh, they're evil, that's stealing, that corruption. Then you put in there, they act worse than the people that were there. You want to tell me Square doesn't know better? They know better. They know better, but they were taking advantage of George Weah's popularity to steal. Now it's coming back to haunt them because they see the reality that the Liberian people.
Yeah, they made it popular. So they are the problem. Now we are in Zebra.
Yes. They're taking advantage of his popularity to steal. And we are taking the blame. We are stealing too, but we are not stealing at them. We're stealing more. But they're using him They put him there. Now he said the people put me there. They put him there, and we are not letting them go
Did
because
I give him?
yeah, all of them in it. You know, they try to
Yeah.
our Liberian people. You know, they think they're smart. They try to use the wealth of the liberty for all of them to steal. Now they see
Hmm.
the reality of the situation
He
coming.
said it.
They're coming to bite them,
Yeah.
and they're all scared now because if we are doesn't win, they don't know what their future holds. Except Boga government will be the same corrupt government. But if Boga government not corrupt, they don't know what the future holds for them. They don't know east from west or who will help them or who will not help them. They don't know. They don't know who Boga bringing in the country to lead with him. They don't know who had the new ministries and things. I could be police director. You know people going to jail. Huh? I could be LCC director. You know people going to jail.
And because you're a lawyer.
You know people
So
going to
ACC, yeah.
because we're going to start from the last LACC director report. Why do people didn't go to jail? Why the people he listed? We're going to start going to final investigation. Because something wrong with our country. Something is seriously broken in our country. It's not the system. It's the people. It's not the system, Sam. It's the people. When the people broken, you can't fix it. You can't. There's nothing you can do with the system. We are broken. We need to treat ourselves. When we honor corruption, we honor stealing because we feel that we're benefiting too. You can't cry wolf. How will you cry wolf? You can't cry wolf
Mhm.
because you're benefiting from the same stealing. You want to set the stage so when it's your time, nobody complain too. And that's where we are. So for me, Sam, I'm a realist. Look at the real aspect of the situation. We can cry wolf, 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 corruption, corruption all day. If we are the inherent problem, we can't change corruption.
Mhm.
Ourselves are dishonest. If we ourselves have no principles of loyalty to our country or following the law, how can we blame our leaders? Because the leaders are best for us. The same thing happening in Rhode Island, man. We have Buddy Cianci, man. He was the man in Rhode Island. Why the people love him? Because everybody got a pat on the shoulder. You know the door was open for everybody. But Buddy like you in. You in. But it wasn't good for the country. Everybody didn't benefit from that kind of system. Only the good old boys benefited. All of us didn't benefit from that system. So people didn't like it. So what it did, the federal government had to intervene. Not the state government, the federal. Why? Because everybody in the state loved the guy, man. The same thing with Liberia now. We're talking it. That's why we couldn't get rid of Tottenham. Everybody loved Tottenham. Everybody loved Tottenham. Majority of people love Tottenham. How do you get rid of that kind of man? You know the man corrupt. You know the man stealing. But the whole damn country loved the man because he spread wealth around. When you say go vote for the man, everybody will vote for the man. No matter what you say about the man, you say go vote. This thing happened here. They put the man in jail, the man came out of jail and became mayor again. Why does that happen? It doesn't happen nowhere. But in a small town where everybody know everybody love everybody, that's why we couldn't get rid of Tottenham. When you got a man at Tottenham, he well loved, he corrupt, he know how to handle the money, He know how to please the people. Why you get rid of that kind of man? You can't get rid of that kind of man. So he stayed there for life. We had no federal system where the bigger government could come in and say, no, something wrong in the state. Let's punish this guy. We didn't have that kind of government. When you got a state where everybody in the state like the guy was state president can do nothing with the laws. He certainly did. He changed the laws. He moved from 2 years to 4 years, but he moved from 2 years to 4 years to 6 years. Nobody talked. He said, oh, nobody talking, but let's move the thing all together. They just vote for me that I die. And that what happened in our country. The same thing happened in America on a Roosevelt. You had a president, though paralyzed, the people loved him. The man freed the country out of depression, all of that. He stayed there forever. Roosevelt. When the man died, that when they changed the law, they said, no. People can't stay there with Roosevelt no more. That when they started adding limitations to the terms. But the man stayed there, the people were there voting for the man because the man had a depression. He brought this country back to life. So everybody kept voting for him. Nobody could change the guy that he died. So after he died, they said, no. What making there be whether people love you or not, we gotta other people won't run, man. So that one is started putting time people love talking about he moved the time limit. He said, no more time, man. Yeah, vote for me that y'all love me, vote for me that I die. And we did it. We voted for Tubman that he died. Now that we have no other president that can be like Tubman. We can't tolerate that. That happened in our history once. We can't tolerate it.
If only people were there to educate the masses about Tottenham, there will be difference.
Sam, don't let us go back into the time. You see, that I'm not that kind of person. I don't dwell with going back to say if this or this, it did. No, it happened. We can't change it. Let's learn it, and whatever we learn, compare it to today. And if it's good or bad, if it's bad, we say no, it can't happen again. Let's make laws to stop it from happening. If it's good, we take the good parts for it and incorporate it in our lives today. And that's how we do the same way in America. There are many good things in America, man. We take the good things and we incorporate it into ours. Everything can't fit in our society. Everything in America is not good for our society. Why? America is a brave society. America is a nation in many cultures and many people. It's a vast nation. And you know, sometimes I sit down and think how these people came together to develop this system. This is a great system. The federal system, how did people develop it? It must have taken some great thinkers to put this system together, where the states can be independent, but yet we have a federal system that monitors all the states. It's a great system. It's a system of fairness. It's a system where you got to follow the rule of law for it to survive. That's why when Donald Trump started messing with it was breaking down the American system, because they're not our democracy. Our democracy is not meant to be controlled by one man or dominated by one set of people. You know, it's a laissez-faire system. We vote. We have trust in the system, trust in each other. You know, not this bitterness and hatred. We all know for this system to survive, Sam, you got to believe in honesty. You got to believe in democracy. You got to want to be truthful and stand for truthfulness. Because you don't stand for, look at how a system was broken down with lies. When you look at the lies that were being told for the past 3-4 years, you see the man do the thing, the man tell you he didn't do it. Do you believe that, Sam? You hear the man telling you, I did this. Then when you ask him, he say, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Africans, I still cannot accept that kind of thing, Sam. It's mind-boggling. You see the man doing the thing. Then the man tell you, I didn't do it. And this is the man supposed to be the most trustworthy man in the nation. This is the man supposed to be the man everybody bow down to. You see the man doing something wrong. Then the man sit down right before you and say, I didn't do it. And,
Yeah, that's it.
and the whole mass of the people just accepting it. And that's what was terrible with the whole thing. It's not about the lie. It's about the whole nation accepting it and just moving along. And say, oh, let's accept it. Let's just accept it. Was that power? Was that dominance? Was it spiritual? Because those things are only happening on a spiritual influence.
They control you.
Yeah, they control me through the spirit, but to see a man physically lying, then you ask him 1 minute later, he said, I didn't do it. Then you show the clip to him, he said, I didn't do it. Then this is the man that got the world bum in his hand, that can bum any nation in the world. This is the man that can hang, his decision can hang people and kill people. This is the man that can feed a whole nation or starve a whole nation. And the man can lie like a bastard, and everybody just accept it and move on. Something was wrong, man. Something was it's still wrong. It's still wrong, man. It's not right.
Ignorance, and illiteracy.
You ain't got nothing to do with ignorance, Sam. Look at the people that are backing that man. People in the House and Senate backing that man. Telling us the man is telling the truth. He telling us to ignore the man. That was stupid, people. Why you think the people attack the Capitol building? Yeah? If there were only stupid people, we're going to protect the Capitol building.
But some people are educated, but they are fools. Some people are educated, but they are fools.
They were misled, man.
That I mean, you fool. You don't know better as an educated person. You say you literate. You are literate.
What are you talking about? Look at the people in Liberia who will follow Donald Trump. And look at the people, Mo Ali and all of them. They see the thing going on. They still sitting in Africa. Talk about Donald Trump, the man. The man brainwashed the people. The man mesmerized the nation. Time I saw this from the time I watched Apprentice. I was watching. That's why I never watched that show, because it was deceptive. You ever saw Apprentice?
No. Apprentice, no.
That's Donald
I
Trump.
heard about it, but no, I know watching.
Yeah, this man, his two children condemning everybody, telling everybody they're not good at what they're doing. What Donald Trump children know to condemn other people in the world? Because they got money? That don't mean that they no business. And it coming out now that all of that crime were involved. They did criminal shit too. So they weren't fair in the business. They weren't upright. That's why I never watched that show. What Junior Trump know to tell people they know, they don't know nothing. What he got? Like, what he got? What Donald Trump they got? I mean, they pumped this man up so hard, man. They pumped it, man. Sam, you watch every movie in America. When they talk about rich people, they will call Donald Trump name. Every movie. Every movie. They made Donald Trump the richest man in America. Whether he was rich or not.
But he's not the richest.
But they made him. Every movie you watch, for the rich man, it's Donald Trump. This is man.
He more than a celebrity.
Yes, they made a man do something better than he is. And that's why the man is so powerful, man. He's so powerful. And he's likable. Donald Trump is likable. You look at him, you like him. He's likable. He got good features. He may not be smart. He sounds smart. He know how to present his stuff. You know, he's a calm man. Whether you believe it or not, the man will present his stuff to you. He know how to sell his stuff. You see, and you don't be careful you buy it. Look at all the people that bought it in America. The people still buying it.
So what you think about his statement on Africa?
The man hate black people in America. Donald Trump don't like black people in America. He will like Africans. Come on, man. You see that the backward thing we think.
But his statement on Africa about shithole countries. What do you think?
But
Was it in the right direction?
Black people in America, you will like Africans? Isn't our country shithole countries? Look at Liberia. You see Donald Trump and his family go live in Liberia. They will not go live in Liberia. That's a shithole country. I can't go live in my own country. It's a shithole country. People shitting all over the place. Look at the feces all over the place. South Africa is terrible. You go to
so was his statement bad for Africa, or it only showing the light or the way for Africa? Because he said we got all the resources, we'll misuse it, mismanage it, and people will come and take it from us and go bag. So was his statement in the right direction, or was it a guide to Africa, or is it an assault of
It doesn't like black people. So whether he says is it truthfulness or not, he's saying it out of animosity. It's not to help us. He's telling us, you're country, shit country, you get away from me. Don't say nothing to me. Now you're saying to us. But it is true. Look at our country, Sam. Even in Sierra Leone, I went to Sierra Leone recently. You got to Sierra Leone, it look good. But some part of Sierra Leone, it's general people, they died. They're burning the dirt. You go to that place, you see the mountain of dirt, they're burning it. You see the river. There's a river in the heart of Sierra Leone. You won't touch that river, man. I hope people eat that river.
I think certainly the third dirtiest of country in Africa. I got it there.
The river is mud. There's no water. The river has turned to mud. Everything in the river is so dirty and brown and black. The river is mud. They just got
oh my God.
I'm not the people that ride a boat on the river, but the river is black and dirty. I'm not going to swim in that water. In the heart of Sierra Leone. Then right up the hill from there, that was the burning the dirt. They dirt. All day the fire just going. So all of us suffering this thing. You go to Ghana and there too. They call it the ghetto. So I don't know how we can survive this kind of thing. You know, people condemn each other. We all under the same conditions. Because Sierra Leone is a beautiful place, man. But I couldn't get over that river, man. That river right in the center of the city. But my boy is frozen here. He will come back home. But that is terrible. That is terrible. We're talking about development. We're talking about World Bank and all these things. These things are helping our country, man. We go through our country. Our countries are a mess. You know, only a few people enjoying in Sierra Leone, in Liberia, in Ghana, in Guinea. Everywhere is just massive corruption. Massive. You go to the Foreign Bay, I was at the Foreign Bay College in Freetown. That place is not a college, it's like a little warehouse. All the windows, no glasses. You walk through the place, no lights. I mean, it's terrible. It's not conducive for learning. How can we keep our country like that? And nobody's saying nothing about it. Everybody accepting it. You go to these places, the windows, those sleeve windows where you got glass, none of them in the window. The window wide open. I mean, people don't take care of things. Things get broken, they don't replace it. You know? Same thing in Liberia, man. It's no difference. And you wonder how those countries live, man. How you drink the water and things like that and survive. You know? When you see all around you, man, the condition's bad. Even though Sierra Leone better than Liberia, but that river I told you in the center of the city there, it looked like mud. Looked like terrible mud. So I don't know. But these are the things we suffer in our African nations. These are the things we all go on daily. I think these people are having problems in Liberia with the weather condition. So if we're facing these kind of problems and our leaders have no consciousness of the fact that they can provide a better life, a livelihood for all of us, how can we change things? We can't. We can't. And we keep pointing to America as example. And I'm giving you one example. I give you Rhode Island. I give you these big nations where you have president and these big cities and states where you have presidents who the people love. And majority of the people in the country wanting to stay in power beyond the legal standing or limitations. And these people are so powerful, they do it. But what happened at the end? When they die, and other people got to succeed them. That's where the trouble comes in. Because you can't appoint your children, even you appoint your children, the country will not last. Maybe the charisma and the personal traits you had, your children don't possess them. The abilities you had to bring the people together politically through whether lies or trickery or deception, your children may not have them. Our country is a typical example. Look at how Tubman stayed in power for 25 years, 27 years, and Talbot was his vice president. He stayed there for 18 years under Tubman. And still, when he became president, he could not maintain the country for as long as Tubman. Why? Because they did not possess the same thinking. They did not possess the same abilities. They did not possess the same ideals. So some of the things that made Tubman strong, Talbot didn't want to persist with him. He wanted to change them. Or he was confused about them, conflicted about them. Or the people he put in power didn't believe in them. All these things impact the leadership of our country. And I keep telling you time and time again, nothing changes our country but us. We the people. We can sit here and talk about the leaders. We can talk about every other thing in our country. But if we the people are not honest to ourselves, first we got to be honest to ourselves. You got to know that what you want and what you desire is really what you want. You cannot be shaky. You cannot be weak. You cannot be flippy floppy. You got to know what you want and believe in it and pursue it wholeheartedly. But if you shake it and you don't know what you want, there are many people in this world that do not know what they want. There was one time I myself, I didn't know what I wanted. When they ask you what you want, you can't say what you want because you can be a grown man, you can be big, but you have not really put your mind to deciding what you want. You may be arguing about all the bad around you. Then people say, okay, sir, we know all the bad around you, but what do you want? You may not be able to tell them because you never thought it through. You never sat down to put all the pieces together that you're arguing for, to say when they ask me, what do I want? What will I say? Many of us don't know what we want. And that's the first thing to solving our problems. You must know yourself. And that's part of knowing yourself, knowing what you want. What do you want out of all these things in our country? What do you really want? Do you want to get rich? Do you want to see our country improve? Is it a personal matter? Is it a national issue? Where do you stand on this thing? When you find out where you stand, then you will know how to fight for your rights. But right now, everybody just jumping on, oh, yeah, then when they come to the reality of the question, where do you stand, they don't know. They don't know because they never thought it out. But this is the time for Liberians to sit back and start thinking now. This is time for us to know that we cannot solve the problems of our country if we don't know ourselves. We must know ourselves. We must ask ourselves, what do you want from your country? Do you want money? Do you want education? Do you want professionalism? Do you want national advancement? What do you want? When we ask ourselves that question, then we can look at all the things around us, the ramifications of the situation around us, and decide how we're going to go forward, how we're going to proceed to achieve what we want, to get what we want. Huh? How can we achieve it? You know? There are many things we have responsibility for. Not only our household. If we're going to lead, you got to give the people opportunities. You got to give them abilities to access things, to set their lives straight, to solve problems in their own lives. You cannot go there and solve a problem personally, but you provide the atmosphere in the country that lead to education, that lead to positive direction, that lead to positive changes, all these positive things. And we can't do it. We can't lead our country to the next stage. So it's incumbent upon us to change our country, to live our society. George, we are in the pro agenda. People can't do it for us. They can come and tell us all the things they want to tell us. We'll do this, we'll do that, we'll change your life. No. They can only do what we permit them to do. They can only do what they are dedicated and honestly committed to do. So all the things they tell us, the only way we can ensure that the promise is fulfilled is for us to know ourselves, to know where we stand when it comes to our rights, our dignity, our survival. Do we place it in the hands of other people? Or do we stand up as Liberian people and stand up for our rights and dignity? Our leadership is there to guide and protect us. But there are times Our leadership can also be the very thing that lead us astray. What's
The
up?
rain.
You give me a hard
Yeah,
time.
man. Yeah, the weather, the thunder and stuff like that. Yeah, it gave me a little problem.
Yeah, well, just try and keep coming on if you go off. We're almost over. I'm just talking about the
Yeah.
situation in our country, that the poor condition of our country. Sam, I try to stress this over and over and over, that only we can change our country, man. We can't depend on other people to do for us what we got to do for ourselves. And the only way we can do it except we become conscious and work together. Because there's no way our country will just be dirty like this. Our country will just be nasty like this. Then people will come and tell us our lives will get better. Our lives will get better, man. You said, Sam, you got dirt all in your house, all around you. Then somebody can tell you, oh, just don't worry about the dirt. Your life will get better. How your life will get? The whole poor agenda. The first thing is to clean up the neighborhood. If you want to help me, if you're interested in my house, you can't help me with dirt all around me. Then you telling me you helping my help. How you helping my help? I got cockroaches with dirt. Give me cockroaches. Give me snakes. Give me rats. Give me roaches. Give me all the things that can give me disease. You clean all of that up. Then you say you helping me. How you help me? Huh? With all the dirt around me, the diseases abound in my house. Because all the things that go on the ground, they come in your house. You see the people with snake coming out of the toilet?
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen that? It's plenty inside our country. Because the snake going in the septic tank. It going in the water,
Yeah.
in the fuel line. And not only the snake, you got all kind of things coming through the toilet and different things when you lay on the floor.
Cockroaches yeah, all these things. They centipede, millipede, all come from the same thing.
It's, I was in
Yeah.
Cape,
It's
I
true.
was in Cape Man. The people host in the food looks so beautiful. I walked into the people house talking about some all the guy go over the piece of river. And that way the people go to shit. You can't open the door and just bend over and just drop your shit right in the water from your house. And now water is used for to drink, to bathe, to do different things.
Oh yeah, for fishing and stuff like that, man.
Can you imagine? The people housed by the river, by the Piso River, the whole back area, that just was shitting.
But you know what? In the 80s, I was with Play International. It's a Peace Corps lady that went.
What happened?
The Peace Corps lady, she went and put her foot in the water. She said, "Sam, this water is not safe." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "It's not safe. It's warm, but right, such a water should be cool." So I said, "Oh yes, because people use this place as latrine. They use this place as their dump site, so it's always warm. So
Yes.
that I gotta know that when the water is very cold the creek, the stream in the interior, in the forest, they're more safer than one in the city.
Yeah. But okay, in the city, they dump all kind of things there.
Yeah, you see.
And that everywhere, Sam, everywhere. There's a river here
Hmm.
in Ireland here, they call it Blackstone River. You'll not see it from the road or from the city. You gotta get on a boat because it's a hidden river. That the river that all the factories used to be around. All the things you dump all the things in that river. That river was the most filthy river in America, I think, because you know the industrial revolution started from America, from Rhode Island.
Hmm.
So people started using machinery in this country, in this state. Machinery, machines to do work. Everything started in Rhode Island. So some of the old machines, you go in the river, they throw in the river. People get old baskets, they toilet, people just throw their things, feces. So it's all over the world. Now they're cleaning up that river. They go in there taking all those things. And people, they got groups that go there help clean those rivers. And the same what they do in Liberia with the peaceful river and all the things. You gotta clean those
Any
things.
any 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 dredging.
Yeah, yeah. Some places now
Mhm.
because you can't dredge that whole lake.
Yeah,
That
that I
is
know of the
too deep.
affected parts.
Yeah, you can purify it and try to clean it up,
Mm.
but it takes time, man. It takes time. So anyway, our hour is done, Sam. Make your conclusion.
Uh, I was okay. I want to say. Mm-hmm.
See, man.
Yeah, I was just want to relate to what we're discussing about the Peace River to Mesopotamian River, the one around Waterside, the
Oh, yeah.
island, the in the island. Yeah. Oh, it's so filthy. It's so filthy. That entire area from the Southern Creek, in fact, just all one Morovia.
Only where all
You
that
know,
is terrible.
so there's a need. Okay, there's a need. What I was trying to touch on was a need for massive education, awareness, and then what we call hygiene promotion. Because Liberia is a sanitation risk. I don't know about what a guy in Africa, but Liberia, the most dirtiest city in Africa is Morovia. Everywhere, every part of Morovia is so filthy. So I mean, there's a need for my own background in social work. I mean, I think I will try to develop a concept where we will carry out massive education around the country. Yeah, number one, when it comes to democracy, education, why should you vote? The kind of education. Can you imagine people do not know the role of World Bank in this country?
Well, nobody
They
knows.
even do not know the role of a United Nations in this country.
Well, Sam, all the people there, that Ellie Johnson people, that's
So I
not
mean,
how.
yeah, let's take Liberia holistically.
Like
There's
that,
a need for education.
what people ain't got nothing to do with our country. Like Ellie Johnson there. What the World Bank got to do with Liberian people unifying themselves?
Okay. So
But
do you understand all these things?
Ellie
How the
Johnson,
money come to World Bank?
Ellie Johnson are working for those people, so they make us dependent on them, those people.
Yeah, so there's a need that we gotta know. The people gotta know. Even it comes down to see what minister was saying about grab, World Bank grab. Who knows about grab business?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of sick. So I'm contemplating on this awareness thing in the country. You know, how can I find support? How can I find donor? Because I want to start working on it.
To
I want to
make
start I
people
want to
aware,
start working on these things.
to make people aware.
Yeah, there's a need for education.
Yeah, but I mean,
There's a need at a community level from village to village. They will come even the vernacular. Let them explain to the poor what is this institution, what role the lawmakers will play. Because everybody looking at lawmakers to build latrine and bridges,
what are the jobs?
not a role.
What are the jobs? But you see, Sam, our lawmakers are there to empower the people. You're not only there to rule, but we don't have lawmakers. We got uneducated people ruling our country, man. We got criminals and warlords that lawmakers.
You know the poor problem.
Yes, and
Can you
you
go
help
out and
and
lobby
you help them.
and put your case before your friends?
First of all, you got to start with your own house. If you are a leader for a county, charity begins at home.
Mm-hmm.
How do you bring your people together to clean their own neighborhood? You got to start cleaning
Yeah,
your own neighborhood.
sanitation first.
Yeah, when you start cleaning your neighborhood, then you find out things that you can't handle. Then you ask for help. But you can't
Yeah,
go ask for help before you start cleaning your neighborhood. No. You take the initiative to lead. Then when you find out you have weaknesses, then you ask for help. But you never led nothing. You just said, "Oh, I need help before I do it. I need help." What are people doing? None of them want to work or do anything constructive. So they're sitting down and say, "Oh, we got a problem, but we need money first before we can work." Who's gonna give you money? You gotta get your lazy asses and do something before you ask for money.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Sam. I see
Our
you.
time. Yeah, tomorrow then. Thank you so much.
You can cover yourself accordingly.
Thank you.
Okay. My people, my people, my people. Propofusa. The people lie to us, my man. The people lie to us, my people, all the time. But we got to blame ourselves. We got to blame ourselves. We see that our leaders are some of the most corrupt people in the world. Not only in Liberia, all through Africa, we got problems. Huh? Yeah, Liberia is terrible. But that's a natural phenomenon throughout Africa. Our leaders are rogues. It's because the masses of our people dwell in tribalism and backwardness and blindness. We got to move forward. These people don't love us. They will keep us backwards to keep their pockets and their lives moving forward, while the rest of us are stagnant in everything we do. We the people must understand that it's due to our consciousness that all of this will end. If not, we'll continue to suffer. Aluta, continua. My class is done. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.